Hi, it's Agnes. I thought I'd read you a manifesting story while I've got time and my mum's asleep. It's a hot day in Sydney, so I'm going to read you from my book, A Person of Interest, and the story is called The Chair and the Cheque. So, the desire was for more money, and the time frame was 2 months. In the 90s, I went to India to see Sai Baba. I was there 3 weeks or so, and it was a very, very busy ashram. I went every day to sit for darshan, which is when the guru comes out to give blessings. And I would sit cross-legged for hours from the wee hours of the morning until night time when he finished. It was a cramped, hot, and really uncomfortable situation. One day, that was my first week, I was going back to my room and I had to climb the stairs. And I noticed down in the foyer a few low folding chairs. I had seen some people using them for the purpose of going to darshan. I thought at the time, goodness, how weak are they? Can't they just sit down? But after doing it hard for 5 days, I decided that they had the right idea. I looked at the chairs and I saw people's names on them, and I was about to leave them and go when someone stopped me and said, "Oh, people have gone back to their countries and they've kindly left those for other people to use." I was so grateful for the information, and I took a chair and I promised to leave it behind for the next person when I left. I used the chair and it was so much easier. I wasn't in pain and I could concentrate much better in those early hours of the morning. I silently thanked Charles III for leaving it behind, because he was the one that had left his little sticker on the back of the chair. I ended up writing down his details because for some reason it had his address, and I decided to write him a letter thanking him after my trip. I returned home to Sydney, Australia, and some weeks later I remembered that I had the address in my wallet, and I sat down to thank this total stranger. At the time, I was inspired to write a book. It was nearly finished, and I was praying about where to get the money to help with the publishing. I had this weird feeling to write to this total stranger when I thanked him for the use of his chair and ask if he knew of anyone that would consider helping. I ummed and ahed about asking, but it just seemed really stupid to ask a total stranger for this. But the feeling persisted in meditation. So I sent the card, thanked him for the chair, and I asked if he knew anyone that could help me. A month later, I received a card from Charles III. He was part of a church. He had thanked me for the card and was grateful that I had found the chair, and he was glad I had been able to use it. He had left it there for others. He also sent me a check for $500 from the church and said that he was very happy to help. So how is that for following a very strange thought thread that came through meditation and it actually going somewhere? The time frame of this story, well, I was in India for 3 weeks. I wrote the letter within a month, and within a month I had a check in my hand. So 2 months really. I love the seemingly obscurity of this story. It really made me laugh. The chair, the card, and the check. So there you go.